Nice shirt. Was that Spider-Man?
Yeah, you know it. Hey guys, Lexile here.
I'm Bat Tracy.
For Punk Rock Blues.
The twoziest, because there's blue of us.
It's really bright. This is the fantasy book in the DC universe. It's Phase 3, Year 1.
Yeah, I don't know what number this is.
25 through
It'd be
27.
9.
Oh, episode 9, yes.
Yeah. Because this is Phase 3, we will be doing our full recap. But if you at any point like this video, give us a thumbs up. That really helps out the channel. And also go check out our
Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues.
Yeah, if you chuck us a buck, it'd be really helpful to help out the channel and support us.
Yeah.
Especially, we just took a little break from filming videos for a week because it's time consuming. It's a lot of work. But we'll hop over there.
No, because we always forget to do predictions. And we do it off camera.
Oh, yeah.
So, who do you think my 3 movies are this year? Bella, we're going to send you upstairs.
You ended with Justice League 2.
And we both ended with Justice League 2.
I ended with Justice League 3.
Oh, that's right.
Flash 2, Green Lantern 2, and Zatanna 2.
And I'm going to guess you for Shazam.
Okay.
I'm going to guess Wonder Woman 2. And...
Wonder Woman 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Wonder Woman 3? Have you done Wonder Woman 2?
Yeah, I've done Wonder Woman 2.
Well, Wonder Woman 3 then.
Okay.
Maybe you finally did Batman where you reveal the owl stuff. Maybe you did that.
Okay. So are we going to go over?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, no, you don't get to do it. I'm doing it. No, I'm doing it.
I'm over here.
We did not plan that.
No, we
We're
did
going to go
not.
through my recap real quick.
Yeah.
Can you hit the arrows for me?
Sure. We're going to just bust through this.
Yeah.
Phase 1.
Phase 1. Green Arrow, Year 1, Batman Gotham Knights, Static Shock, Zatanna, Mistress Madness, Magic Story, Cyborg, Superman Last Son of Krypton, Green Lantern and Brightest Day, The Flash, The Hawk Police,
To Catch a Thanagarian.
The Atom. God, that picture looks terrible on the screen. Aquaman, Justice League of America, Phase 2, Wonder Woman the Amazing Amazon, The Losers, Batman and Death in the Family, Warlord, the Sakaris Saga, Green Arrow 2, Keep Its Arrow, Titans, Static Shock 2, The System, still haven't fixed that, Booster Gold, Nightwind, Superman, The Forgotten Heroes, Luther, The Tomorrow Party, Justice League, The Crime Syndicate of America. I think that's 3 slides.
Yeah.
Phase 3, your guesses, Flash 2, Green Lantern 2, and Zatanna 2.
Because I don't think you've done Green Lantern and Blackest Day yet, or Blackest Night. Did you?
I don't think so.
No, we just went through them.
We just went through. Hit next for me.
Yeah.
I did Batman Hush.
Wow. Okay.
Let's
see how you botched
3
this storyline.
slides. Oh, I did it verbatim. Okay, Batman and the New...
I like how you're also doing storylines that you've never read, so you don't really know like the twists and turns.
I really haven't read many, so yeah. I made up one. Batman and New Robin Tim Drake are once again in pursuit of Catwoman, who just stole ransom.
Did you skip Jason Todd?
Jason Todd died in Death in a Family.
Oh yeah.
Jesus. Batman and New Robin Tim Drake are once again in pursuit of Catwoman, who just stole ransom money for a boy kidnapped by Killer Croc. While chasing her, she slashes one of his grapples and he falls to the ground, fracturing his skull. He's saved by Huntress, who brings him to Bruce's butler, Alfred, who in turn takes Bruce to his childhood friend Thomas Elliot, a brain surgeon. After getting fixed up, Bruce discovers that Catwoman was under Poison Ivy's mind control and goes to stop Poison Ivy and Killer Croc to break her free. Angry Poison Ivy would do such a thing. Catwoman begins a fight with her as Batman arrives to take her down. He beats Killer Croc again as Catwoman defeats Poison Ivy. A romance between Batman and Catwoman begins to blossom, the latter grateful she was saved. In a way to thank him for saving his life, Bruce and Selena Kyle take Elliot to the opera, so they're also dating.
Okay.
Harley Quinn arrives and begins robbing everyone at the opera. While trying to escape, Elliot is stopped by Joker, who shoots him in the head. Batman begins beating Joker.
Batman begins
beating Joker, also punching Harley Quinn and Catwoman accidentally while they try to intervene. About to put down Joker for good, Batman goes...
I don't think that was on mic. I just want to say Batman begins.
Well, get in here then. About to put down Joker for good, Batman goes to deliver a final blow before Jim Gordon convinces him to stand down. Dick Grayson returns to Gotham for Elliot's funeral, where Bruce tells him about the uncharacteristic act Well, oh no, that's the right word. I thought it was going to be actions. Acting outs of all of his foes, and he believes someone is behind it all. At all of the scenes of the crime, a bandaged man lurks in the background, seemingly orchestrating everything. Bruce dubs him Hush to Dick. Next slide. Bruce and Dick work together for the first time in years to stop the Riddler, who is robbing an armored truck. There, just discover that Ra's al Ghul may be behind this somehow.
Do you say Ra's or Raz?
I say Ra's.
I say also Ra's. I used to say Ra's al Ghul.
I feel like I messed up that sentence because I don't explain what he's behind this somehow. Anyways, Bruce arrives in Nanda Parbat with the Catwoman, who kidnaps Ra's daughter Talia. Upon finding Ra's...
I'm glad you brought that up because I was about to ask that.
Upon finding Ra's, he reveals that... I meant everything in general.
Yeah.
He reveals that someone from Bruce's past has been using the Lazarus Pit. Lady Shiva is sent after...
Shiva.
Okay. Sent after Catwoman to find Talia, but the latter takes down Lady Shiva. Bruce returns to Gotham in time to stop Catwoman from a delusional huntress. After knocking her out, he is encountered by Scarecrow, who is behind...
encountered.
He is encountered by Scarecrow, who is behind the delusions. Their fight leads them to a graveyard where Bruce is able to stop Scarecrow. Catwoman tells Bruce that Tim has been captured by Jason Todd, but during the fight he realizes that it's just Clayface. Bruce goes to his friend Harold after a device planted in his computer leads to him. Harold reveals that he planted the device in return for someone treated his disfigured condition, but he is shot before he can say who it was. Elliot reveals himself as the shooter and Hush. He arranged for his parents' death by car accident years prior to gain their inheritance, but Bruce's dad Thomas saved his mother's life, for which Elliot has always held a grudge. After a fight breaks out between the two at the pier, Elliot is shot into the water, where his body sinks to the bottom. The shooter is revealed. I think I just wrote that twice. The shooter is revealed, then revealed again. To be Dick. Go get her and we'll look at the last slide. A confrontation between...
Oh my goodness, you did 3?
I told you I did 3.
Oh.
A confrontation between Bruce and Riddler reveals the latter was behind the whole plot, who discovered Bruce's identity after using the Lazarus Pit to cure his terminal brain cancer. He approached Elliot to bring his mother to the Lazarus Pit to cure her disease, but instead allied with him. The Riddler was the only one Bruce did not believe to be acting strange through all of the recent actions of all of his rogues. The Riddler tells Bruce that he's going to send out a riddle that would reveal his true identity, but Bruce says doing so would be worthless, as it would reveal Riddler as the culprit of the Lazarus Pit, that used the Lazarus Pit, and Ra's al Ghul would send a league of assassins after him for his actions. Bruce still struggles with Clayface posing as Jason, realizing that Jason's grave was empty during his fight with Scarecrow. Riddler reveals he knows where Jason's body is, but refuses to tell Bruce where it is, stating that Bruce not being able to save Jason was his greatest failure, prompting him to knock out Riddler. End credits scene, realizing Bruce is still abrupt with everything that has happened, Catwoman breaks things off with him, but they both note that hopefully something can happen between them again someday.
Nice.
Characters, I got Batman, Catwoman, Hush, Robin, Nightwing, Riddler, Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul, Clayface, Basil, Carlo. Actually wasn't the Clayface in Hush. It was like the 8th one. There's just so many.
There's been a lot.
I wanted to use him.
There's been like 2 female.
Jesus. Huntress, Alfred, Lady Shiva, Joker, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Killer Croc, Waylon Jones.
Yes.
Such
very
a weird
boring
name.
name.
Scarecrow and Jim Gordon. Everyone's in it. 10 villains, but one of them turns good. Catwoman. So.
Nice. I really enjoyed that.
Good.
Alright, so we're on to my phase 1 now.
Whoa.
I had the Batman, Wonder Woman, Arrow Canary, Superman, The Flash, Green Lantern Corps, Aquaman, Doom Patrol, Nightwing, Justice League, Blue and Gold, Justice League 2, Phase 2, Arrow Canary 2, Wonder Woman 2, Superman 2, Batman 2, Flash 2, Blue and Black, Aquaman 2, Nightwing 2, Green Lantern Corps 2, Teen Titans Go, Booster Gold, and JL 3. So here we are onto my Phase 3 Roman numerals.
Roman numerals. That was a joke I made.
You're half right.
I'm half right.
There's Zatanna and Shazam. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So Billy Batson is an orphan.
Is this 2 slides, or you said all of them?
Every single one of mine are 2 slides. Billy Batson is an orphan living in a new foster home with siblings he doesn't get along with. One day, while running from bullies, Billy's bestowed the powers of Shazam. Count how many times I say powers or Shazam in this. It's ridiculous. By the powers of Shazam, a great ancient wizard. The wizard warns Billy that he will have to fight a challenger and to seek out the help of Zatanna. Zatanna is back living with her father, having broken up with John Constantine. She is performing a Las Vegas live show with her father when Shazam shows up, unable to transform back into Billy. Zatanna becomes instantly smitten with Shazam, while Billy is attracted to Zatanna. He's 13.
I get it.
Yeah. While Billy explains the wizard to Zatanna, Giovanni says that he has met the wizard before and a challenge is coming. Black Adam shows up moments later, attacking Shazam, trying to steal his power by making him say the magic word. Zatanna and Zatara fight with Adam, but their spells are useless since Adam is also magic. Adam slaughters Zatara, while Shazam turns back into Billy, letting him escape with Zatanna. I killed Zatara only because you did.
He's so overpowered, and we just kill him so easily.
Zatanna is shocked that Billy is a kid and promises to help him defeat Adam. She takes Billy to the house of John Constantine, who teaches them that to defeat Adam, they will need the Staff of Shazam. Zatanna and Shazam go to Egypt, where they find the Temple of Shazam. Once they've retrieved the staff, Adam finally catches up to the duo, attacking them. Zatanna attempts to hold off Adam, but while Billy tries to power up the staff. During the fight with Adam, Zatanna accidentally destroys an ancient pillar, knocking it over, revealing an altar. I forgot to include a part.
Tell me about it.
Well, so Zatanna accidentally destroys this ancient pillar, knocking over, revealing an altar. Yeah. Well, the altar, like, the scene would be them fighting, and then once their fight, like, leaves frame, the altar would then glow and, like, slowly open and hiss. And it'd be revealing, like, something's coming. Shazam is able to power the staff using the power of the wizard to battle Black Adam. Shazam tricks Adam into saying the magic word, turning him human for the first time in over 1,000 years, causing him to turn to dust and crumble. Zatanna and Shazam agree to work together on any magic threats in the world before Billy returns to his foster home. The end credits, I went with a silly one. It's Billy's family is shocked to hear about his exploits, so it's them at the dinner table, and he's like, then I met a wizard, and then I did this, and they're like, okay, Billy.
We had 11 Shazams and 4 powers.
Yeah, a lot.
Unless you count this one, that's 12. Tell me about your
And then
characters.
just like the staff and stuff, and so we got Zatanna, she's first build, because...
Spells was a lot.
Billy Batson, of course, Black Adam, Giovanni, Zatara, the Wizard, Freddie Freeman, Darla Dudley, Mary Bromfield, Eugene Choi, Pedro Pena, and Victor and Rosa Vasquez. And then John Constantine in a cameo.
Whoa, whoa, wee, whoa.
What do you think of the title?
I like it. I like this as Shazam's second because of the exclamation mark.
Exactly. Yep. And I wanted a Z title.
Oh, okay. You hit that arrow key. So I did the Flash and Green Lantern, the Brave and the Bold. I will be honest, I completely forgot that I was supposed to do in Blackest Day. Completely forgot that all Green Lantern movies are going to be Blackest Day. I was going to go through all. Yeah. So he gets a third movie. Woohoo. Barry and Hal are working together in Nope, that's Coast City. God, I had to abbreviate so many CCs.
Yeah.
Barry and Hal are working together in Coast City, tracking down rogue government agent Dan Garrett, who has been committing sadistic violence across the city. A new superhero dubbed Blue Beetle appears and disrupts the chase, stating he'll be the one to take Dan Garrett in. While the trio chase him down, Larfleeze and Atrocitus invade the city and begin causing destruction that seemingly kills Garrett. The fight...
You had them before, right?
Yeah, because remember they were at the end of the movie and they said, we're coming back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know who Dan Garrett is, and I'm just... Wow, shocked you went with this.
The fight continues to outer space where Hal takes Barry in a power bubble to pursue them. I don't know, I didn't need to put that, but I did. Though their orange and red Rin powers overpower Hal and send the duo back to Earth, Heedin, and then I wrote Heedin, tell heed of?
Take heed?
No, because they're telling, not taken. It's an Office reference, remember? The take heed, heeded of, so I put that little joke. A message of destruction to Oa.
Yeah.
They crash land in Central City where the town is almost completely froze over. Barry catches sight of Captain Cold and chases after him, only to smash into a hologram provided by Mirror Master. Hal rushes over to save him where they're both trapped in a yellow holographic maze, one where Hal can't use his powers. Mirror Master reveals that they are taking over the city as revenge to being stopped by Barry in their last encounter, stating they want to take everything he loves from him, the city, and Captain Cold burns out Iris West, Barry's girlfriend, completely frozen. Barry becomes so irate that he goes into the Speed Force and is able to escape to take down the two. Hal takes Barry to Oa to stop Larfleeze and Atrocitus. Barry again enters the Speed Force and disfingers, people say disarm, disfingers the two of their Rins, thwarting their plan. I put POP here because I didn't have room for another sentence. Larfleeze and Atrocitus are both placed in the prison of power. which is obviously
Yeah,
that holds Parallax and Sinestro, and these do. End credit scene, Barry takes Iris on a nice vacation to Star City where he proposes. She says yes. Star City is because I wanted Green Lantern in it somehow. Or Green Arrow. He was supposed to be in the beginning, and I was like, wait, if he's in the beginning, why wouldn't he stick with him the whole time? So I stuck him in the end credit scene. Like, it's like, he's like, hey, Ollie, can I have, like, a really nice place?
Yeah.
You know, he gives him, like, a penthouse. I didn't put him in the cast, but we got Flash Gordon, we got Captain Cold, we got Mirror Master, we got Iris, we got Larfleeze, Atrocitus, Blue Beetle, not specified, and Dan Garrett.
I mean, you would tell by the costume.
Yeah, but you don't know the costume. There's no picture of it. Oh,
can I just say about the picture?
Yeah.
I hate that.
I know, but it was a picture I found of them together. Captain Cold billed first this time. Obviously, his first movie as the main villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's good.
That
you can't tell me about it yet, so let's go back.
Alright, so after Zatanna and Shazam, I have...
Whoa.
Bum, 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 bum.
World War III.
I have Wonder Woman War.
WWW.
Yeah.
Oh, you told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you notice anything about the title?
With 3 W's. Wonder Woman. Women.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, no colon.
Oh.
Yeah, that's deliberate.
I noticed that. I figured.
For the past 2 years, Diana has been training new Amazonians. Is it... Can you go hit the red button?
Amazonians?
Is it Amazons or Amazonians?
Amazons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I changed it differently, because I don't know. Training new Amazonians.
It's fine. It's Amazons.
Amazonians. To fight a war she senses is coming. One of her newest students is Cassie Sandsmark, who Diana is grooming to become the next Wonder Woman after Donna Troy left for the Titans. If you remember that movie.
I do. I was so happy that Donna Troy got involved, and you're like, she's out. I was like, no.
Ares swearing revenge on his sister.
No, this guy died.
No, he didn't die. I specifically said that.
I thought he dies in like every one. No. This guy keeps popping up.
Ares, swearing revenge on his sister, has returned to Earth. Because if you remember, he revealed that him and Wonder Woman are siblings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did that. He finds 7 women, see page 2, and imbues them with special powers to fight Wonder Woman. So we gotta go to page 2 here.
Oh, okay.
Don't read this.
Okay.
So we got Villainy Inc. Okay? That's the team. We got Berna Brilliant. Wow. Saying it out loud, I get it now. Because I was like, what's Brilliant? It's a weird name. Berna Brilliant. Okay? She's Blue Snowman, a small-town school teacher who is given the power to create blue snow and freeze anything she touches. Yeah. Marina Maru, Dr. Poison, a former soldier who is given the ability to control all poisons and illnesses. Hypnota the Great, a cross-dressing stage magician who is given the power to control people's actions. Zara Flame, an Arabian woman whose father sold her as a slave, is given the power to create and control fire. Latanya Charles, Cyber Girl, a former athlete who is in a terrible car accident who is given the ability to control technology.
That's worse than Cyborg.
You're laughing, but her origin is identical to Cyborg.
Her name's worse than Cyborg. Cyborg Girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then Clea Queen Clea, a scientist who is given the power to control water.
So Diana
in the comics, her name is just Clea, and she's an Atlantean. Oh. I didn't want to do that, so I changed it. And then...
didn't you use Hypnota?
No.
Oh, I thought you said these were...
And then Trinity, a mysterious woman with 3 faces, each of one had a different power. Psionic beams, time manipulation, and illusion casting.
Nice. Please go back to the last slide.
Okay. Now dubbed Villainy Inc., the women, along with Ares, descend on Themyscira to finally kill Diana once and for all. Blindsided by the attack, but not ill-prepared. I like how I wrote that. Diana leads a charge against Ares' warriors.
I love when we're proud of our work.
During the Battle with Villainy Inc., many Amazons are killed. With nowhere to regroup and their numbers shrinking, the Amazons look to be losing the fight when Cassie shows up, helping to even the odds and defeating a couple of the women, like from Villainy. Yeah. Okay. Trinity proves to be the toughest with her 3 unique powers challenging the heroes. Once the Amazons defeat Villainy Inc., they begin to crowd on Trinity, while Diana and Cassie go after Ares. Ares, enraged that he's losing again, goes berserk on the Wonder Woman, injuring Diana's arm. Cassie fights with Ares, refusing to give up and be bested. Diana gives Cassie her lasso of truth, but while distracted, Trinity sneaks up on Diana, using time manipulation to age Diana 50 years.
Whoa. Cassie
lassos Trinity, swinging her in circles into launching her in space. Okay, where she would die.
Oh, yeah.
Cassie and Diana grab their swords and attack Ares, wounding him. Cassie stands back, letting Diana, who even in her now elderly age is still a formidable foe, finally end Ares' reign of terror, decapitating him.
Whoa.
At a Themyscira ceremony later that evening, Diana proclaims that she will retire as Wonder Woman and live the rest of her life as Queen of the Amazons, letting Cassie take on the mantle.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm going back.
Yep.
End credits. Lex Luthor announces his bid for presidency before being challenged in the running by Diana
You
Prince.
steal all my ideas.
Yeah.
You make him a mayor. Now you're making him president.
But what do you think about that?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they have to do some research to find out, like, who she
Nope.
is? Well, that's kind of how...
Also, if you're going to be president, you have to be American. You have to be born in America.
Well, I don't know
She
if that, I don't
clearly
think that's
wasn't.
the thing anymore, because Ted Cruz runs. He's Canadian.
Is he?
Yeah, he was born in Canada. I don't know.
So we got Diana Prince, Wonder Woman, Cassie Sandsmark, Wonder Woman, Ares, Artemis, Amazons, Villainy Inc., and Lex Luthor.
Like I watched an interview where they asked if Kane, now that he's mayor, if he would ever run for president. He's like, I really don't want to. And I was like, he's from Spain.
Yeah.
It's not like he can't. Oh my god, Kane from Spain would have been such a good gimmick.
Yeah.
Okay, go up and we'll get to do my... I'm so excited to do my next one. Cue it up, please, but do not go to the next slide. Okay, do you remember earlier when I said that I did a ludicrous storyline?
So far, I guess 2 of your...
You did.
And you got 1.5 of mine so far.
Yeah. So do you remember earlier today when I said that I did a storyline that was so ludicrous to start a year off?
Yeah.
Do you remember then, about 10 or 15 minutes later, you were saying that when we get to the point of doing Death of Superman, and then we started talking about stuff, can you hit the next slide for me?
Wow.
The death
as soon as you said it. Is that why you're wearing the shirt?
That's why I'm wearing the shirt. I remembered I had the shirt.
You foreshadowed.
I foreshadowed this entire time. And if you would have asked... If you would have asked...
Just show...
If you would have asked... It's an XL, apparently, and it's for Batman v Superman, so I don't know why I own this. I do, because
I've
it's
never
a
seen
shirt.
it before.
Yeah, I remembered I had it's an XL, like I said. I was waiting for you to ask. Like, I had thought of so many things to say. My excuse would be, well, it's DC, I like to wear a comic shirt. And my second excuse was, well, we talked about Death of Superman right before my shower, so I just thought I'd go into it. Yeah. Foreshadowed for a while about this. Should I get into it?
Yes.
An ancient Kryptonian monster escapes from an ancient prison and heads towards Earth. Yeah, that's.
I'm so pissed you're doing this now.
He encounters various superheroes at the Watchtower, including Green Lantern, Blue Beetle, who Green Lantern has made a member of JLA in between the events of the last one in this movie. Rip Hunter, the Forgotten Heroes, Wonder Woman, and Zatanna, but easily defeats them. Supes arrives and takes the fight across America, with Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen being sent to cover the battle. While fighting, the monster sees a commercial for a wrestling competition in Metropolis and heads for the city. I almost didn't want to do that.
Oh, no, you gotta.
That's the reason he went to Metropolis. It's such a stupid thing, though. Supes throws the monster on the Project Cadmus-housed mountain, but fails to stop him from reaching the city. Supergirl, Supes' cousin, who she promised her existence on Earth would remain a secret to Clark. I guess I didn't put that. So Clark and her made a deal. That's why she's never been brought up in any movie before. I needed her. Arrives to stop the monster, but is stopped after taking one blow. Professor Emil Hamilton from Star Labs arrives with a laser cannon to stop the monster, but it needs 2 to fire, so bar owner and friend of Supes, Bibbo Babowski, steps in to help, but it does no damage. An exhausted Supes and the monster fight.
Do you know Bibbo Babowski?
I do. He has a cool beard.
Yeah.
Put a picture of him right here. This beard's awesome. An exhausted Supes and the monster fight and punch with so much force that it sends shockwaves across town, shattering windows. As the two begin to fight in front of the Daily Planet, they each lay a devastating blow on the other. The monster dies, but a spike from his body made of kryptonite fatally wounds Supes. Lois arrives and takes Clark in her arms, where he dies from his wound. Jimmy Olsen bitterly picks up his camera as he takes a photo of Supes' fall. I love this slide. Do not even read it. Look off. I wanted to read it to you because I love some stuff I put in this. Supes' death traumatizes and stuns the world. His funeral is attended by every superhero, and even some supervillains, along with President Luthor and his full cabinet. Every hero dons a black armband with Supes' logo. Multiple heroes give eulogies, the most prominent ones being that of Booster Gold, who has returned from his time to dub the monster Doomsday, comparing his rampage to the end times, and Guardian, who vows to be the new protector of Metropolis.
Pause.
Yeah.
Thanks, Guardian. Oh, we had Superman. Now you, a man with a shield, gonna protect the fucking world.
Now,
Jesus Christ. Metallo shows up. Brainiac. Friggin' live wire. He's like, oh, don't worry, I got my shield. I'm the Guardian.
I wasn't going to do that.
Stupid.
I was right in Death of Superman as we were talking about Death of Superman, and you got so mad about Guardian that I was like, he's my future. He's getting 3 movies next year, maybe. I'm pushing.
Did you know his real name before you looked it up?
He is being pushed now. I love him. If you didn't say anything, this is for you breaking my rule. I broke yours. You said we're not allowed to do Guardian.
I'm so pissed that you did this.
You said we're not allowed to use Guardian.
I'll tell you why when we get to my...
Who vows to be the new protector of Metropolis. After the funeral, Project Cadmus steals Soup's body, but is retrieved by Lois and Supergirl. With Soup's gone, the crime rate rises. Along with Guardian, Lex Luthor tries to put together a team of heroes to fill in as protectors, but both the former and latter, so Guardian and Lex Luthor, failed to rise up to the responsibility. Now, that's not saying Guardian sucks or anything. Saying he just, as the moment, he's failed. Clark's adoptive father, Jonathan, takes the death the hardest. Him and Clark's adoptive mother, Martha, yes, I did just say that name, invite Lois over to welcome her to the Kent family as she was engaged to marry Clark. She brings with her a story she wrote in Soup's honor. While reading it, Jonathan starts to feel responsible for Clark's death, as he was one of the reasons Clark became Superman and has a heart attack in Martha's arms.
Jesus Christ.
Jonathan is in a coma where he meets Superman in the afterlife and convinces him to come back home. He suddenly awakes from his coma as the camera cuts to black. It's one of those, boom.
Yeah,
right?
This is...
End credit scene. At the grave of Superman, Project Cadmus is once again stealing the body as Lex Luthor looks on, holding a lock of Soup's hair. That's a callback to Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. If you remember, Nuclear Man is made from a lock of hair.
Also, can I say, he got the lock of hair when he said, I'm the mayor now.
He's always had it. He hasn't done it either with it. It's in his wallet. You know how I have that little...
You know in Futurama, Fry has the 4-leaf clover, or the 5-leaf clover, or whatever? In this, he has like that.
You know how I have that plastic thing with a baby picture of me in my wallet?
Yeah.
He has that with the lock of hair. Well, mainly they just have the body, so he just grabbed one real quick. But yeah, sure, that.
No, he got it from when he was like, I'm the mayor.
He realized he had it.
Yeah.
Stuck to his hand. He was like, okay. The characters that we got...
He's like, I'll keep this.
We got
I like how our Lex Luthor, your Lex Luthor, but our version of your Lex Luthor, he's maniacal and evil and very smart and stuff. But he's also just kind of a weirdo.
He can get away with everything.
I'm the man.
Every movie he's in, he just runs away. He just escapes on foot.
Superman never bothers to go after him. He's like, I'll just let him
He's a normal guy. Yeah, in the first movie, Green Lantern shows up and went, we'll get him later. Remember? He's the president now.
Superman's like, I have super speed, I can fly, I can do this and that, and I can see through every building, I can hear everything in the world. I'll just let Luthor go.
We got Superman, we got Doomsday, we got Lois Lane, we got Kara Zor-El, Supergirl, we got Jimmy Olsen, Jimmy Olsen getting a high bill. He's very important in this movie. Lex Luthor, every living superhero we've seen so far. So technically not a lot. You know, when you read the comic, everyone was there.
Yeah,
not
you
as
haven't
many.
Introduced as many.
I have like the Forgotten Heroes though. Losers are back. When you think
in story?
Yeah.
They're in universe?
Yeah, because remember their end credit scene was the Batman 2 thing. Every living superhero we've seen so far. Guardian, Jim Harper. Yeah. Project Cadmus staff didn't give them names. Jonathan Kent, Martha Kent, Bibbo Babowski, Professor Emil Hamilton. So they're technically evenly billed, but because he's a friend of Superman and this guy isn't, I put him higher bill. And the entire POTUS cabinet is there just because I said they were.
Nice.
Death of Superman, I even got a new picture for it. And I wore a shirt for it. And I can't believe you fell for it or didn't.
So angry because
There's nothing more on this. Say my name. Mayor Luthor. You're goddamn right it is. That's a real line.
Are you ready for my year 3?
Yeah.
I'm so pissed that you did Superman.
The Death of Superman?
Well, first, so I did the Batman. Okay. My original 3rd movie was Superman 3 Doomsday.
Oh. Okay. I called mine Superman Doomsday. I was like, what's the story name of this? And I went, oh yeah, Death of Superman. Yeah. Mine was called Superman Doomsday. That would be
The Altar in Zatanna and Shazam that she busted open.
Yeah.
It's going to release Doomsday. That's how Doomsday gets released. But I went, well, I don't want to do the Zatanna movie and the Doomsday movie in the same year.
Yeah.
So I went, well, I'll just swap that out, and I'll put Batman in the 3rd position. If I wouldn't have swapped them out, we would have both had Superman Doomsday at our number 3. Did you already write
yours?
Yes.
How similar is it? Because I went...
It's not similar at all.
No? So you came up with your own thing?
Yes.
Okay.
But I just wanted to say, so it doesn't look like I'm copying him, I'm spoiling my own movie.
So you know what's funny about that? Is I wasn't gonna...
That's why I was like, God damn it.
I wasn't going to do Superman.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to do Death of Superman. I came up with a completely different plot. It was a plot that I talked about in movies like 2 years ago that I still hadn't touched. And I went to do it and I was like, oh, I need an origin for this guy because how's he just going to pop up? Read his origin, went... Oh, it totally relies on that, doesn't it? Not Guardian. Totally relies on that Superman there thing.
Yeah.
I guess I'll put it off another year and kill it. Because I'm pretty sure if you watch our last movie, if you watch the last episode, I go, guys, there's a T movie in the first year. Nope. So I love your Batman names. Can I just say, like, I see Terrorizes right away. And,
they went alphabetical. The Batman Strikes, the Batman Terrorizes.
So what's next? The Batman UV. I got one.
The Batman Volatile.
The Batman Versus.
The Batman Violates.
I don't know if he's already been in the movie. Because you could do V and Z. The Batman versus Zaz. You did Zaz, didn't you?
Yes.
So I got very happy. Yeah.
No matter how much goodwill Batman does with the Justice League, he can't shake the blame for the past events at Arkham or the Legion of Doom. That was JL3.
I thought that was my then.
Well, Lex Luthor blamed Batman for the Legion of Doom shit that happened in Justice League 3.
Okay. So that's also my thing, where the city hates him.
Despite the good intentions of Jim Gordon, Batman is uneasy with the GCPD. While on his nightly patrols, Batman is being haunted by visions of owls. Meanwhile, a new vigilante has been appearing in Gotham, killing criminals viciously and going by the name Red Hood. Doesn't have the Batman logo, couldn't find one without it.
You can't, because there isn't one.
Yeah, when he first did.
Oh, yeah.
With the visions of owls, Red Hood in town, and the Joker still on the loose, Batman is overworked and sleeping very little. He's confronted by Red Hood, who beats a tired Batman savagely, stabbing him in the stomach. While laying in the street hurt, Batman is taken into an underground maze by people in owl masks. Thrown into the center of the maze, Batman has to patch his stab wound before trying to get through the maze. Not sleeping for days while he's hunted by the owls in the maze. I put maze a lot. My goodness. He begins to hallucinate the laughs of Joker. When he finally makes it through the maze, Batman is greeted by the Court of Owls, who tell him that they have protected Gotham for longer than he has been alive. Batman proclaims Gotham is his city. That's an exact quote from the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
This is my city. Proclaims that this is his city and gets ready to fight. But the Owls turn him away, instead offering him his prize for finishing their maze, the Joker. The Joker and Batman tussle for a bit before Batman gets the upper hand. The Owls want Batman to kill Joker, but he refuses. At that moment, Red Hood shows up, murdering the Court of Owls and shooting Batman in the shoulder. So he just shows him and just shoots them all. Joker reveals to Batman that this was his plan all along, to turn on the Owls and finally have Batman to himself. That's why he got himself an insurance policy. Red Hood. Forgot to delete the end credits from the past one.
Slides?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the last one?
That's the last one.
That's funny, I was going to bring that up because I was going to say, people, if you don't remember that Joker has the owl mask, then...
Yeah. Joker... Oh, and then I guess I put it there too. Red Hood takes off his helmet, revealing himself to be Jason Todd, the former Robin that Joker killed. Now, I have been building to this movie for a long time, because if you remember, my first Batman movie opens with... is right after Jason Todd's been killed.
Yeah, the first movie. This is what? How many years is this then? 9 years?
It's been a lot. That Joker killed. Batman is shocked by this, having dealt with the guilt of Jason's death for years, while Joker cackles like crazy. Red Hood then shoots Joker in the head, killing him. This enrages Batman, who goes after Red Hood, but is beaten again, since Jason knows his secrets. Jason tells Bruce that he has already framed him for the murders of the Owls and Joker, sending his DNA to the GCPD. Batman is able to disarm Hood, but he escapes, leaving the police to surround Batman. Batman is able to escape from the police, but he realizes he must go underground now, since the police know who he is. He visits the Batcave one last time to gather supplies and says goodbye to Alfred. The end credits is Batman gets in touch with Zatanna, a former childhood friend. I got Batman, Red Hood, Joker, Gordon, Court of Owls, Alfred, Oracle, who I don't mention, but of course she'd be in it, and then Zatanna in a cameo.
What is Zatanna this year? Let's do the year in review.
Okay, so I'm going through his year in review now. You have Batman Hush.
Yeah.
Batman Hush is one of my favorite Batman stories. Yeah. It's great. And you basically just did verbatim.
Yeah.
So, 5 stars.
Yeah. It's my longest
great.
movie yet. I changed it a little bit. I don't show the kid being kidnapped because who cares? It's just a random kid anyways. Why is Killer Croc killing kids? There's an entire bit about them going to Metropolis about Poison Ivy.
Yeah,
and
and
stuff.
Superman's in it.
I wanted to cut that because
Yeah.
I was like, we're not dealing with that, you know?
I noticed that. Superman's not in your movie.
Because I told you earlier, I was like, I don't want them to jump. Even though I did have him jump.
I love that too because Superman is under Poison Ivy's control.
No.
She uses him. Yeah, it's great. It's actually really good.
If you skip, I want to say all my changes, then you can kind of review it. If you skip to the last slide. Nope, never mind, right there. When the shooter is revealed to be Dick, that's Two-Face, who just becomes alive again. Like, he died, but then uses the last bit again. I didn't want to do that, because I was like, what? He's just in Arkham, so I was like, he escaped from Arkham, but what does he have against Elliot? You know? Whereas Dick would have something. Also, I've been trying to get Dick to kill someone for a few movies, and haven't been able to figure out who he's gonna kill. So this is his first death in front of Batman.
The shooter is revealed to be Dick. You stole that from Ken.
Oh, I completely forgot about that. No, I literally was just like, I don't want Two-Face to kill him. Who can I have kill him? I went, okay, I'll have Dick do it. And it would make sense.
Okay. Well, I don't have a lot to say about this because it's just Batman Hush, and I like Batman Hush. So, it's good. Yeah. I like this.
This was an original plot.
The Flash and Green Lantern, the Brave and the Bold! So, I'm let down that you didn't do Green Lantern and Brightest
completely
or Blackest Night.
It'll be the next one. Maybe he'll get a solo movie this phase. Completely forgot about it. I just knew I wanted to do Brave and the Bold.
Yeah,
so I was like,
I thought you were keeping a list of your movies.
I was, but I didn't plan ahead.
Are you going back and reading past ones and you write new ones?
That's why technically, I know I never mentioned it.
You don't have plot threads that follow through.
I'm sure Jonathan is actually mentioned to die. Like, I didn't ever write it.
Wondering.
But I'm like, oh, he's alive for the death of Superman.
It's weird in comics. He's either dead or he's alive. Yeah. Who knows? It seems like movies is the only time he dies.
Yeah,
like, definitively.
We need him to die as a teenager. It's so weird.
But he's always alive in comics.
I was thinking about it today when I was writing. Is it because of the fact that, like, he would want to stay home if he didn't die? Like, he wouldn't go to Metropolis? Because you gotta think, him going to the Fortress of Solitude and everything, that's like
if you have two parents,
yeah,
they can take care of each other, right? So you're like, hey, I can leave home and go do stuff. But you're not going to be like, hey, my dad died, so I'm going to leave my frail old mother to live in the country by herself. But she's going to tend the farm and all this.
He dies, and he's like, well, guess I got to go take this shard from Krypton and go build an ice fortress real quick. Oh, here's my ice fortress. Put it in the thing.
And I'll also put that dude's truck on a pole.
Yeah. I'm going to sit here for 6 years and learn everything about my dad's life. Okay, now I'm just going to go get a job as a reporter for some reason. I skipped college.
So I like that you brought Larfleeze and Atrocitus
back. Because they needed to be. You had a pop for Dan Garrett, so...
Yes, because that's the original Blue Beetle from...
way back in the day.
Charlton Comics.
Yeah.
And I used him in my movie, and you didn't know who he was.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I used him, and you were like, who's that? And I was like, it's the original Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
So you have him as a villain, which I'm going to relate that to... It's like... Dan Garrett's the original Blue Beetle from, like, way back in the day, so, like, real old fans would be like, oh, look at that. Okay. But they'd get mad because it's like in the original Mission Impossible, the first Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
The original character, I don't remember the character's name.
Hunt?
No, it's like from the original show.
Oh.
They took the main character from the show and used that character in the movie, but they turned him into a bad guy at the end of the movie.
Oh.
And so like actors from the original show were like, I can't believe they did that. It's so disrespectful. So, like, that's what you did.
I did it, actually. It's a real thing that happened. So, if we have these old people really carry him. So, I was like, I want him in it somehow. Because, I remember when I said there was supposed to be someone at the end, but then I was like, well, how did he come in at the end? Blue Beetle was supposed to show up in the last scene.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do anything down here with him. Well,
I
have Dan Garrett up there.
Like, well, I'm not specifying which Blue Beetle is. Well, you already got Dan Garrett in the movie. So, you have one Blue Beetle. Second... It's either Ted Kord or it's Jaime Reyes.
Yeah.
They have wildly different powers, abilities, costumes, everything.
One's in El Paso.
One is a spy who has gadgets and is kind of silly, and the other is a Latino teenager
in El Paso
who has a alien scarab attached to his body that is trying to turn him evil at all times. So
we don't know which one yet.
So it's like, who is it?
It's for you. You don't know. I also have disc fingers, which I thought would get more out of you.
Well, see, you told me to pop for that,
no,
so
I know,
I was going against you.
Yeah,
also proposes, I like that.
Yeah. That was for Dark Knight Jimmy, because he wanted romance.
Fuck this.
Fuck this.
I'm upset that you did this, because now you did it before me, and it makes it look like I'm copying you again. God damn it.
But how is it?
Well, you have the Guardian in there. Fuck him. He's stupid.
I did. I wouldn't have done
Otherwise,
anything with Guardian if you didn't tell me not to do Guardian. The only reason I'm pushing him now. I told you went to work. I went upstairs. I went, Mom, Dad, I just killed Superman, and I put Guardian in it. I mean, you guys don't know who Guardian is. I was like, he's kind of a stupider Captain America. He told me that he hated him, so he is now going to be just thrust featured.
And he's like the main character of that storyline.
Yeah, he's really big.
It's so stupid.
Also, if you go to the next slide.
Well, hold on.
Oh, yeah. So talk about this. I changed a little bit because Supergirl, she's actually with Lex Luthor, and he won't let her go.
Yeah, I know.
And she's like, I'm
getting
gonna
get this storyline. It's not as good as people make it out to seem.
No. Yeah, because a monster.
No, that's a good part of it. There's a lot of stupid stuff in this storyline. Also, Lex Luthor, I'm pretty sure, has hair in this storyline.
A professor and a bartender use a laser cannon. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in this storyline, Lex Luthor has like a flowing red mane of hair. Like a mullet. Yeah. It's you got the Forgotten Heroes there.
I got Rip in.
Yeah.
Because Booster Gold is
the least interesting.
I kind of made these characters based on, because it's actually Justice League International. And I was like, okay, who can I kind of put together to spoof them? And Booster Gold was one, so I was like, here's Rip Hunter. And like Green Lantern was Guy Gardner. Blue Beetle was also in the place of Booster Gold, I think.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's Zatanna are Fire and Ice.
It's funny because
Wonder Woman
it's funny that you're spoofing Justice League International because Justice League International was like a parody series.
But I haven't introduced them. I probably never will. I'm not gonna touch them. If you go to that,
it's like Justice League Europe.
What do you like about my retcon of how Supergirls existed?
That's actually really interesting because
that's kind of the
in Up and Away.
Yeah.
The story that I based my movie off of.
Yeah.
She is the main superhero where Superman's been gone for a year hiding. Also, if this was my movie, Lois would arrive and Jimmy would arrive.
I know, I thought that I was right in that. I was like, because I was right in the engagement then. I was like, oh yeah, you haven't done anything with that.
Also, Soups is a power top.
So this was a thing that actually happened. Booster Gold.
Oh yeah, he was the one named him. Yeah,
so I was like, oh, he has.
I can tell you the exact dialogue.
Yeah, I wrote it. The end times.
Well, he says it's like Doomsday has happened.
Oh.
That's how.
Yeah. Remember, Booster Gold has goes back to his time, and just there's aliens everywhere.
Yeah.
I was like, how do I quickly get him out of that? I love the idea of like a behind the scenes where he gets a phone call, and it's just like, yellow, and he's like, hey, buddy, hey, so just seen a Superman died. What's up? Like someone has to call him to tell him to come back in time.
Also, this is goofy, the afterlife thing, but
that's how it ends.
I know. It's Funeral for a Friend, right?
Yeah. Well, Funeral for a Friend is kind of this.
Yeah. This is hilarious. The lock of hair thing. He's like, you should have the scene where a guy's like, how'd you get that hair? And he's like, it was when I became mayor. So he's like reminiscing.
So I can't remember what it is. So let me just go back every movie. I was going to write, there was like a little side story I came up with that related to one of the movies. And I was going to make a new slide that said, here's a little one-shot short that I did. I don't remember who it was for. Maybe it was a Guardian thing? I don't remember. That's his year in review for me. Let's see his. Mine. His? Mine for his. Yeah, she's mighty cute. So I make my move.
It's my year in a review.
Yeah, it's a year in review. We got Zatanna and Shazam. It's pretty good. You used Zatanna, and you killed Giovanni because I did.
Yeah.
And I think the 13-year-old thing is, that's pretty weird, but it makes sense. So.
Well, she would be attracted to him because he's a fucking buff-ass, attractive male. And then he would see her big badonkers and be like, whoa, because he's a 13-year-old and he just got his first boner.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good. You did the Foster thing, which isn't the whole...
Oh, this is partially based on the Jeff Johns Shazam run, but that's what the Shazam movie's based on. So I was like, well, I'm just going to do my own thing with it. So
Las Vegas. Didn't I have her perform in
Vegas?
Yes,
yep. That's exactly why I did that. It's also why...
She has to.
That's why I was like, she's back living with her dad.
Yeah, I know. It was like where Zatanna's the one character that just bounces between our dimensions. She's like, hey, so my dad's dead, but if I hop over here, still with him.
Oh no, he died.
When was she in a movie of yours before?
She wasn't.
Okay, that's why
this is her debut.
You said Zatanna's back with her father. I was like, from where? Oh, because I haven't broken up.
Yeah.
And John Constantine's he's been in a movie?
Nope.
He's just popped in real quick?
Yeah, his debut is when they go to visit him.
Black Adam, you did that. He dies, right?
Yes.
In the end credit scene with the little...
Yeah.
I got to touch her badonkers. Billy! You put the... Can that be the last line of the movie? Like, he's listed, like, I fought this, and like, we don't like this. And then I got to touch Zatanna's badonkers, and everyone at the table just goes, Billy! And then it just cuts.
No, Darla goes, what are badonkers? Then it cuts.
No, he goes, Billy, cuts to black, then you hear, what are badonkers?
Yeah, okay.
Is he gonna go to the stupid worm or snail or whatever? Caterpillar or whatever?
Mr. Mind!
So stupid. We got Wonder Woman War with Christina Applegate.
Wonder Woman. Women
War is very hard to... I'll be honest, I completely forgot they were Villainy Inc. So when you were describing all the characters and you were listing their names, I was like, Dr. Poison, that's a good person? Like, I forgot, like, I thought they were going to work with Wonder Woman. So I was like, God, these all sound terrible to be friends with her. And then you were like, Villainy Inc. I was like, oh yeah, I think it's pretty good. Ares is pop up again.
Wait, it's like the first time since Phase 1. Or 2.
Swore, yeah.
Or, I mean, year 2 of Phase 1.
Feels like you don't know any other Wonder Woman villains.
He was
definitely in a movie.
No, you're thinking of Justice League Part 1, where I say he's left Earth, and that's why Darkseid came.
Oh, that's right.
Like, he got defeated by Wonder Woman, and was like, I'm your brother, and she's like, no, you're not, you dickhead. And he's like, well, I'm leaving. And then, this is him coming back.
That's how it happens, too. If you could find footage of someone actually telling their sister that they're their sister. They go back to Star Wars when they find out. I don't have much to say about it. It was a lot. I really like the part where he's just like, lassos them up and boom! Because it's like, is that what the lasso of truth is for? I mean, kinda.
But look what she did to Diana!
I know.
What do you think about that?
That's crazy. And then you're like, you figure, oh, she's retiring, we won't see as much of her. And then the end credit scene is like, boom, she's
what do you think of the end credit scene?
Crazy. Then we got this movie.
The Batman Terrorizes.
Yeah. I like it and I'm upset by it.
Why?
Because you can obviously tell I'm going to Under the Red Hood with mine. I came up with the idea for this entire series to build to me doing a Batman Under the Red Hood movie.
So did I. I had so many. I planned out.
I thought you were going like Court of Owls, like on their own. I didn't know you were gonna throw in Red Hood in there.
And then I threw Joker in. Yeah,
well, I love that
I
you threw Joker in.
Three things.
Joker is Red Hood.
Yeah,
but then you did.
Joker's killed.
You did that.
Yeah.
And that is not good. That is not right.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to use... The reason that I've not treated Joker very well, like by that I mean not using him, is he's been used in everything.
I know. But I want to make him the top most sadistic villain in my universe.
Well, I just got rid of him.
I mean, obviously he's not in much of Hush. He's just kind of like... He almost gets beat to death. So we'll figure that out. Not going to do the pirate origin.
I did the Spider-Man Far From Home ending. People know Bruce Wayne's Batman.
Yeah. And then there's the whole Zatanna friend thing, which it was also something I did. I mean, it's a thing in the comics, but I remember pointing that out.
This is like the saddest... I've had a lot of funerals. I've had a lot of funerals in my DCU. Him being in the Batcave for the final time and saying goodbye to Alfred is the saddest moment in my entire...
That's how I felt really like, should I do an end credit scene for Death of Superman? But I was like, it's not Justice League, I will. And then I remembered I came up with that Lex Luthor thing. So Lex Luthor thing was supposed to be in a different movie, and then I was like, Death of Superman, here it goes. I like it a lot, you killed Joker, but honestly, Joker can come back. That's the wonder of Joker.
Well, he's not coming back.
He could... Well, I don't really have a plan to bring Superman back.
But you're not doing the Reign of the Superman?
I probably will, not right away.
That's the entire reason to do.
I'm doing something different with it. I don't need to do Reign of Superman.
I want to see a list of your phases next to each other and just be like, what is going on in these years?
It's just I randomly come up with ideas as I rate each one. I go, okay.
You have no plot thread. You did a Warlord movie.
That's kind of how comics are, though. Stuff gets released and you just deal with it. So mine's actually the most comic accurate. Also,
see, that's why I'm basing mine off the New 52. Because while the New 52 had issues, its idea was all 52 comics would run concurrently with all, so if something happened in a Green Lantern book, that same thing happened also in, Suicide Squad.
Yeah, they bring it up or whatever. Ali should be going against Lex.
Muhammad Ali? Isn't he dead?
Ali Queen.
Oh.
Queen. Muhammad Ali. What if I made that movie? What if Superman Returns, we do Reign of Superman, and then like risen from the grave is Muhammad Ali, and we do the boxing
match. No, you just do a period piece, Superman in the 70s. Even though you did his origin or whatever.
Yeah. Lex Luthor is like, I'm the Resurrector now. He like gets powers and can just zap people alive again. You have to fight Muhammad Ali.
If you do a sequel to Lex Luthor, you should do Apex Lex.
Isn't the whole fight that Superman loses because it's in a domed arena and then like...
I don't know what it is.
Oh, I've never read it?
No.
So let me tell you the story. So like everyone gets together to watch the fight of the century.
Yeah. I think Superman loses.
No.
I think he like...
Yeah, he gets like...
what's it called? You go down?
Yeah.
Knockout blow? No. When you...
Take a L?
When like a guy comes into the locker room and he's like, if you don't go down on this one,
Superman wouldn't do that.
I think he does.
Well, I remember it being like he gets beat up a bunch by Muhammad Ali. Like it's
and
totally
he's taken out on a stretcher
because it's a domed arena.
Yeah, so he doesn't get sun power.
And then they get a rematch and like the dome opens and Superman just brutalizes Muhammad Ali. If that's not how it's done, that's how I do it in my movie. I just don't Muhammad Ali is a terrible person. He wouldn't let his wives. I think he had multiple wives, and they weren't allowed to go anywhere, and they weren't allowed to drive and do this.
Okay, that's crazy.
He's a bad dude. So I'm gonna give. There's gonna be a blood transfusion in my next movie, and Guardian's gonna have superpowers. Not doing that. To see your reaction if I actually did give Guardian. He's Superman now.
What would you do for the Guardian movie?
I don't know. I don't think he has a villain. No, I'm not gonna touch it. He's just gonna You
can do Manhattan Guardian. There you go.
It's just gonna be like
he's a police officer in New York because
he
failed in Metropolis.
Yeah. It's gonna be like canon.
Oh, I tried to fight crime in Metropolis, but Superman's there, so I couldn't get anything done. I'm the Guardian. Do you like my shield?
It's gonna be very canon in like every movie.
I have a helmet. I also sometimes wear a bulletproof vest.
It's gonna be very canon in all the movies of just like people. You remember like that's why Superman works alone.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like they'll like be in a fight. They'll be like, well, at least Guardian has Metropolis covered. Like it's gonna be a lot of scenes like that where like
when am I gonna get a car? Chicks dig a car.
What do we do for these? We both liked everyone's films, I think.
Yeah.
It's a solid year.
What was your favorite of mine? Rank mine. I'll rank yours. Batman.
What was your first one?
What was your second one?
The second one was The Flash and Green Lantern.
Okay, mine go in order.
You didn't touch them Flash and Superman?
No, I put Superman before Flash.
Yeah. That was an original storyline. I used Larfleeze. I thought you could pop on that. Remember I told you the 3 of your favorite villains were in this movie?
Yeah.
Because I know you like Larfleeze. I know you like Captain Cold. I know you like Mirror Master. Don't know how you feel about Atrocitus, because I've never heard you talk about him. I just like Larfleeze. I think I would go Batman, Zatanna, and Shazam, and then Wonder Woman.
Wow.
Well, Wonder Woman just doesn't do it for me. I've talked about that.
And also, it's just another attack on Themyscira, which is the second movie. But I was like...
There's a war coming. It's like... she's just sitting around thinking about that. Of course she is.
This literally everything... Like, I imagine all the other Amazons are like... God, you're always going on about this war that's coming. And she's like, I'll be right. But then she is right. So they're like, oh, God damn it.
See, in my movie...
But
the passing reference could be like, there's a war coming. Oh, here we go again about this war. The Amazons are going to have a war. Hey, we're Amazons, okay? We're the Guardians. And if you guys don't want to do it, I'll call Guardian. He's up there saving Metropolis. Like, that would be the line.
So, I was looking at a bunch of Wonder Woman, like, villains.
Yeah.
And then I found Villainy Inc. But then I was like, oh, but I also kind of want to do the Ares thing. Because this is my last Wonder Woman movie. So I was like...
Any trilogy's it for you?
Well, yeah, she's 50.
That's right, she's
yeah, she's like
she's
100 and something, yeah. But, you know, she's got gray hair.
I like how you did the agent thing, but you made her older, where I have, like, Steve Trevor just walking around middle-aged, because I'm like, how does that work out?
Yeah, because she's now, like, gray hair, silver fox. And, I was like, like I said, my... Year 2 was leading up Legacy Heroes, and then Phase 3 is
passing the torch.
It's transitional.
This year is completely different from how I wrote it originally. I had so many different characters, and I can't talk about them yet until next year because it really.
Hopefully, you just get on track with sequels now.
Yeah, I gotta go through. There was a part of me that, like, all those guest appearances in Superman, The Death of Superman, like, was Wonder Woman's a ton, and be like, well, they don't need a sequel, they were in this now. It's just be like, you move aside. No more Forgotten Heroes movies. They'll never be seen again.
I have a sequel coming in Phase 3 that you're going to be like, whoa.
I don't think I put it in anywhere. I think I actually went back and added it to a slide from, like, a Justice League movie, but I never mentioned it. If you remember, Justice League ends, like, my first one.
Yeah.
It ends with Aquaman being like, hey, I'm going to go to Atlantis to fix my hand. I'll come back when the time comes. Okay. And I say that he has the hook hand, and then I forgot to mention that he doesn't have a hook hand. So he has the water hand now. Okay. It's one of the coolest things in comics.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't really need to be said, obviously. But since I haven't
done it's the coolest thing?
Well, no, that I didn't have
to ever happen to Aquaman?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is so fucking
so
cool.
Awesome.
Even though how he got it's fucking stupid, it's just like a magic water puddle or something. It's cool. It looks very, very neat. Yeah. And it's way better than a hook as a hand, because it's so stupid. What are you going to do with a hook? Think about all the things you do. Think about all the things you do on a daily basis, okay? When was the last time you used a hook for anything?
A lot of Aquaman's powers.
What are you doing with it?
A lot of powers. A lot of powers of Aquaman rely on, like, he can, like, do stuff with his hands. You can't do anything with a hook. The water hand, I think
what a normal person.
He can shoot water and stuff, right?
Think about when was the last time you used a hook for anything?
I feel like you're going too deep into this. There are people with prosthetics.
Do people use a hook for a hand because you can carry something? Like, you can pick up, like, a paint
some of the
can?
prosthetics nowadays are, like, clips. I've seen clip ones.
No, I'm talking about a hook for a hand. Yeah, hook for a hand. Is it so you could pick something up?
It was just because that was the lore, because apparently that was a thing, because they didn't have much back then. They thought it was a cool weapon. Have you ever seen a pirate movie with close range? No. No pirates ever fight, like, fist fights. So you never get the chance to just stop.
Yeah, because they use swords and machetes and shit.
They had used cannons.
Okay, we're talking about way too long.
Let's do a pirate. I can name one pirate. I can name a few.
Paul Burchill.
Henry Avery.
Steve the Pirate.
You haven't played Uncharted 4, so I can't talk about all the pirates in that. This is the outro. It's where we do the outro. We should probably get to that eventually. I completely forgot. Who had the better year?
Yeah, let us know down below.
I think I did. I think I took this one.
I don't know. I feel like I had 3 solid films, and your Flash and Green Lantern one kind of...
I thought you really liked that.
I don't know. It's goofy.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing with them. Flash is a goofy character. They brought Iris into it. Blue Beetle there, though. That was going to pop out of you.
Give us a thumbs up.
Like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps the channel out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and hit that notification bell so you get us all the time. It's free and you can change your mind.
Yeah! And you can follow the channel on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Punk Rock Blues.
I've been Lex Dye. You can follow me on Instagram at Patreon. You can follow me on Instagram at StraightAtheistJerk, on Twitter at DDoll. Check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/LexStyle and Stardust.LexStyle.
I'm Bat Tracy. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Stardust at BatTracy01.
And you can pledge to our Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues. Check us a buck or 3 if you can.
Yeah, it'd be really helpful. It helps out the channel a lot.
Who's had the better years so far? Whose would you see? What do you want to see next from us? Even though we have it planned, so you don't get a say.
Valiant? Should we do Valiant next?
Oh, you mean that? Like book? I just meant what movies do you guys want to see?
I don't want to do Valiant. Okay, bye.